So if we structure it as an LLC, we get the liability protection, but pass-through taxation. It's perfect for us.
Business owners make decisions every day that are influenced by the legal system. Hiring employees, advertising products, signing contracts, protecting intellectual property, paying taxes, and resolving disputes all involve legal rules. The purpose of this presentation is to explain the foundational elements of the U.S. legal system and demonstrate how those elements affect entrepreneurs and business organizations. Understanding business law helps entrepreneurs recognize legal risks, protect their organizations, make responsible decisions, and understand their rights and responsibilities.
The U.S. legal system supports businesses by enforcing contracts and resolving disputes. It promotes fair competition, protects property rights, and ensures compliance. This framework provides stability, trust, and encourages economic growth.
Business law consists of legal rules that affect commercial transactions, organizations, employers, employees, consumers, and entrepreneurs. Without laws, businesses would have difficulty enforcing contracts, protecting property, collecting debt, resolving disputes, or determining their responsibilities toward employees and customers. The legal system also creates predictability. Business owners can make decisions with greater confidence when they understand the rules governing their activities. Business law does not eliminate risk. Instead, legal knowledge helps business leaders recognize risk and make informed decisions before legal problems occur. As a small business owner, I've learned that the U.S. government is structured with three main branches that work together but also keep each other in check. First, the legislative branch, which is Congress, is responsible for creating the laws that directly impact companies like mine. They pass statutes on everything from taxes to consumer protection. Next, the executive branch, led by the president and including various agencies, puts those laws into action and enforces them on a daily basis. Finally, the judicial branch, made up of courts, interprets the laws and helps settle disagreements when they arise. The beauty of this system is the checks and balances. For example, the president can veto bills from Congress, but Congress can override that veto. Courts can declare actions unconstitutional. This balance ensures no single part of the government becomes too powerful, creating a stable environment where entrepreneurs can plan and grow their businesses without worrying about sudden, unchecked changes in the rules.
Law rests on core principles of justice, equality, and order. In practice, law is applied through interpretation, compliance, and dispute resolution. This creates lasting impact, fostering stronger institutions and a better society.
Let's talk about where our laws actually come from. There are three primary sources that every future business leader should know. Constitutional law is at the top. It's based on the U.S. Constitution, the highest law in the land, that all other rules must follow. Statutory laws include the specific bills passed by lawmakers at a federal, state, or local level. And common law comes from court decisions over time, building precedents that guide similar future cases. In the business world, these sources show up constantly. A constitutional example is how the Constitution shapes federal oversight of commerce. A statutory example is anti-discrimination rules in hiring. Common law often decides contract disagreements between suppliers and sellers. Knowing these sources helps entrepreneurs understand the foundation of the rules they must follow every day.
The U.S. Constitution's Commerce Clause grants Congress the power to regulate trade among the states. This power enables the seamless movement of goods like manufactured items, agricultural products, and energy resources across state lines.
One of the most powerful parts of the Constitution for business is the Commerce Clause. It is found in Article 1, Section 8, Clause 3, and it gives Congress the power to regulate trade with other countries, between states, and with Native American tribes. Because so many businesses buy supplies, sell products, or hire workers across state lines, this clause justifies a lot of federal rules that affect daily operations. For a small business, this means federal standards on safety, environmental rules, or online sales can apply even if you operate mainly in one state. It creates consistency across the country, but also means entrepreneurs must stay informed about national regulations. Without this clause, the patchwork of state-only rules would make interstate business much harder and much riskier.
Safety first. Protect yourself with proper gear. Be alert to workplace dangers. Safety is a team responsibility.
Governments regulate business for good reason: to keep workers safe, protect customers from harm, ensure fair markets, safeguard investors, and reduce damage to the environment. Take workplace safety as a real-world example. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, otherwise known as OSHA, sets standards that companies must meet, such as providing safe equipment, training staff properly, keeping records, and fixing any hazards quickly. As an entrepreneur, complying with these rules isn't just about avoiding fines. It's about running a responsible operation that attracts good employees and builds trust. Regulations can feel burdensome for small businesses, but understanding them early helps you budget, plan, and turn compliance into a competitive advantage rather than a surprise cost.
Federal courts are established by the U.S. Constitution. Federal courts have limited jurisdiction, while state courts have broad jurisdiction. The court structures differ, with federal courts having three main levels.
The United States actually has two parallel court systems, federal and state. And knowing the difference matters a lot for business disputes. Federal courts handle matters involving federal laws, the Constitution, bankruptcy, or cases between people from different states that meet certain dollar amounts. State courts, on the other hand, deal with the majority of everyday issues like local contract problems, property disagreements, family matters, and most criminal cases. Jurisdiction is the key concept here. It decides which court gets to hear your case. For a small business owner, filing in the wrong system can waste time and money. Choosing the right court can affect how quickly a case moves, what remedies are available, and even the overall cost of resolving a problem.
Criminal law deals with crimes against society, such as theft or assault. Civil law resolves disputes between individuals or entities, often involving contracts or property. Both are essential for a just society.
There are two main types of law that businesses encounter: criminal and civil. Criminal law is when the government goes after someone or a company for breaking rules that harm society, like fraud or embezzlement. The goal is punishment, fines, probation, or even jail time to deter bad behavior. Civil law is different. It's about private disagreements between people or companies, such as a broken contract or a customer injury claim. Here, the focus is on fixing the harm through money damages or other remedies, not punishment. As a business leader, you want to avoid criminal issues entirely, while being prepared to handle civil matters efficiently. Both systems affect how you run operations, from record keeping to how you treat customers and partners. Not every business disagreement needs to go to court. Alternative Dispute Resolution, or ADR, offers faster and often cheaper ways to solve problems outside of the traditional courtroom. Negotiation lets the parties talk directly and try to reach an agreement. Mediation brings in a neutral person to help facilitate discussions and find a voluntary solution. Arbitration is a bit more formal. An arbitrator listens to both sides and makes a decision that can be binding. Businesses love ADR because it saves time and money, keeps things private, and helps preserve important relationships with suppliers or customers. For entrepreneurs, building ADR clauses into contracts can prevent small issues from becoming expensive lawsuits.
Okay, business plan is done. Branding, budget, customer service, all checked off. Now it's time to focus on growth. Let's make this happen.
Let me introduce you to Maya, a young entrepreneur who starts an online clothing store. From day one, the legal system touches almost everything she does: signing contracts with suppliers, following employment rules when she hires help, meeting consumer protection standards, creating ads that don't mislead people, protecting her designs or brand name, handling taxes, and knowing how to resolve any disagreements that pop up. This example shows that law isn't something that only big corporations worry about. Even small startups must navigate these rules at every stage of growth. The good news is that basic legal awareness helps Maya make smarter choices and avoid costly mistakes right from the beginning.
Why understand the legal system? Knowledge today, protection tomorrow, empowerment always. Use this entrepreneur checklist to protect your idea, comply with regulations, and build with confidence.
At the end of the day, understanding the legal system is a core business skill, not just something for lawyers. It helps leaders spot potential risk early, make better daily decisions, protect their company's assets, honor contracts, stay on top of regulations, handle disagreements effectively, and operate with strong ethics. Successful entrepreneurs don't ignore the law. They learn how to work within it to build something sustainable. For all of you thinking about starting or joining a business, this knowledge gives you confidence and a real competitive edge. It turns potential problems into manageable parts of your strategy.
Thank you for joining me today. Our collaboration has been key to our progress. I'm excited about the innovative solutions ahead. Thank you.